What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Raven with a Mind to Grandmaster. The last episode was a bit of an unusual, cheesy one. Normally, games in this challenge are all very long and a lot of command centers, a lot of Ravens, a lot of worker skill, but the last one is pretty cheesy. I think 3 games, 20 minutes total. We ran into a couple Terrans that were doing some very insane builds. A one-base battle cruiser ran into a Protoss who tilted out of his mind, and today I want to win just as much MMR. Let's begin. First game of the day is against Joe Bob Joe, a Protoss player. Now, I think I remember reading that name out loud. Normally a game sparks into my head when I see a name I remember. In this case, it doesn't. I just remember, reading that name out loud. Or maybe it was the other way around, like Joe or Bob Joe Bob or something. I don't know. But I think I remember that one. But anyway, last episode, like I said, was incredibly cheesy. It's probably not likely, or it's definitely not likely for that to happen again. However, I could make it a little cheesy myself. I still want to, every time I play this matchup now, I still want to do that freaking awesome cheese that I did before. I think I did in the last episode and maybe like 3 episodes ago or something where I went for the fly-in factory with the bunker rush. I love that strategy so much because I feel like it kind of skips the boring early part of the game. Right? Like, it's not necessarily, that boring a lot of time, like you have the Reaper and stuff. But it's like, it's a little less spicy, you could say. And with this build, I can spice it up. And then it kind of still ends up in a similar way, where we're still going to go into Ravens. There's even more chaos than normal. So, sign me up for that. That all sounds very good. So I'm going to go for that strategy again. I'm sure that at some point we're going to run into a build or a guy that just owns our build so hard that we never do it again. Or maybe someone that's... Oh, we're going to get cannon rushed, actually. Well, that's not what I was expecting, but okay. Actually, this could be even better for us, to be honest. If he's going to cannon rush us... I think he might have made a little bit of a mistake there. Can I fit this with 3? Oh, I can barely not attack this with 3 SCVs. That is a broken cannon rush spot if that is the case. So yeah, I should really attack this with 1 more. Definitely a little bit of a miss micro by me there. He's going to lose 1 of his workers already. That is nice. I think I'm going to keep attacking this cannon with my workers. Oh, I definitely miss microed again because that one... Oh, those SCVs weren't even doing anything. Yeah, I mean, all in all, I think this is probably going to be completely fine. But we do have to be a little bit careful here. He's most likely going to try to get up with this worker as well. I think we'll see. I'm actually going to finish my other Marine inside. There we go. That was a little bit of a risky move, but now we're going to be able to kill that. And then I have my factory up on the other side. I mean, this is also one way to make it spicy, I suppose, right? Like a freaking cannon rush. I do have to say, I really think cannon rush is not that good of a build against Terran, but... Oh, actually, that's why the SCV died. I didn't realize that could actually be shot from there. But on this map, it might actually work. Because this map, the spot on this map is so freaking crazy. He's going to try that, but he actually can't, honestly. Because there's too many Marines here. He's not going to be able to do that. I'm going to fly it into his main base. Now, no, what the hell happened here? Ah! Jesus. I think I just A-moved on the low ground or something on accident. That was a little bit of a scary mistake there. Going to shoot the other cannon from the top now. And then we have Widow Mines building from the bottom. Let's see. Oh, I almost killed that instantly. That would have been freaking nice. I want to send this SCV here so I can actually bunker rush him. Let's see, this cannon is going to fall now. He did spend a lot of minerals trying to keep this alive and sending multiple probes in. Let's see. He's surprisingly not taking an expansion yet. Normally, that's what they do. Let's see. Is he trying to build something more? He's building a cybernetics core here, and he's building a cannon. Probably doesn't realize... Right, he did actually see it in time, surprisingly. Oh, I didn't think that was going to shoot. Slight mistake by me. I think I'm just going to make a bunker over here. I'll expand myself. My worker count is quite small. Wait, actually, I didn't see the gateway, did I? Wait, where is the gateway? I'm going to wall off my main because I feel like there could be a freaking gateway in downtown somewhere. Right? Like, I guess I'll build a depot over here. Okay, I guess the gateway's just there. That's actually a little bit unlucky. I guess I barely didn't see that with my range of vision. That also means he is going to have a Stalker up, so I need to play this a little smarter. My Marines are about to arrive. Let's see if I can bait him into the Widow Mine. Oh, that was so close. He's going to make a Robo, actually. Interesting choice here. Gonna leapfrog my Widow Mines forward. He might actually finally lose a Zealot. That's gonna shoot 1 more time. And now what I can do is I can just go down here and depower this pylon. Gonna move this one backwards just a little bit. That Widow Mine gets shot once. Let's see. How's the micro? That was not great by him. And that one also wasn't great, I'm afraid. And he is going to lose 5 gajillion trillion workers. I think that is an accurate estimation. Now, he is going to be able to micro his way out of this, sadly. I do need to be careful. I guess I am not going to remake... Wait, maybe. If he doesn't realize... Oh, I think he barely didn't see it. That means that I can maybe kill a Stalker with this one. Let's see if it's actually going to work. That would be nice. I need to target a high HP Stalker if I can. Now, he does have the Robo coming up, and I can only make Ravens and stuff. So, this is not the easiest situation ever, to be honest. Like, I'm very lucky that we killed that many freaking workers, because otherwise this would be a problematic situation, to say the least. Gonna take my base over there now. He does see that with the Observer in time, sadly. And I imagine he's gonna go straight to counterattack. Now, at some point, we decided that I can actually rebuild the Marines I lose. And I'm very happy that is the case, because otherwise I would literally only be allowed to make a Reaper, I think. I think I want to save this Reaper for later. Because I can't really run it in yet. Like, there's cannons anyway. There's nothing really to scout. But I would like to have this Reaper in case I need it later on. It kind of seems like my opponent is going for a 1 base all-in. Probably added a couple more gateways if I had to guess. I have 1 Marine on the field, so I can add 4 more as it stands. This Widow Mine is going to block his expansion for quite a while. Yeah, I don't think I can actually do any damage with this, to be honest. Like, it looks a little too solid. I wouldn't be surprised if there is an Immortal on the way. Because it kind of seems like, you know, with a move like that, he's trying to do like a little bit of damage that he can enhance later on. So you have to imagine he's chrono boosting an Immortal from that Robo. I haven't seen any unit walk out here yet, though, but I could have just been blind, of course. It's definitely not crazy that I missed something on the mini-map while doing one of these videos. So I'm going to go for... How many Marines do I have? 3. I'm going to go for 2 Starport Raven. I saw a Warp Prism over there. At least it looked like a Warp Prism, judging by the fact it flew over here and that it was quite big. That means he's going to try to go into my main base, which makes a lot of sense, of course. I'm going to try leapfrogging forward these Widow Mice a little bit. I know that sounds stupid, but because I might as well give it a shot. Let's see if I can shoot like a probe or something. That would be nice. I think barely not, to be honest, but we'll see. These I'm going to click all the way around here. We are going to be able to kill a probe. There we go. That is nice. I'm just going to have to defend with my Ravens. I have my 5 Marines exactly. He does indeed have the extra gateways like I thought he would. I could probably just fly this back in, to be honest. So you're going to put that one down here. This one, oh, it's barely not safe, actually, unfortunately. I'm not going to be able to shoot with this. Might as well run away with it for now. I mean, I feel like these Widow Mines are buying a lot of time, because he definitely wants to go for the kill here. But if he keeps being distracted, and that is not so easy, he's going to take a really big hit there, and he's going to take another hit on the Adept and lose that as well. And I feel like my opponent is definitely in shambles a little bit, guys. I feel like he has a Prism with 5 Stalkers. That's my guess. I think he has a Prism with 5 Stalkers outside of my base, probably pretty close to flying that to my main base, or he flew out the Prism to take a hidden expansion on the map, which would be kind of surprising. Guess I might as well check again. Gonna burrow this Widow Mine here one more time because I am just an incredibly annoying person. That's gonna be another 4 kills. God, I feel like this guy, he just wanted to cannon rush a Terran, guys, and I'm absolutely ruining his day. To be honest, little secret, I'm not the biggest fan of cannon rushers, so I'm actually totally okay with this, you know? I'm actually very okay with this, in fact. Okay, there we go. Oh, he actually went for Zealot, surprisingly, without charge, it seems like. I'm just going to be able to drop a couple auto turrets. Actually, I'm going to chase him with my SCVs. I'm just going to make sure I kill the Prism right away. That Prism is going to fall instantly. Hold position the SCV, so the auto turrets are going to take all the fire. And I think I already killed enough units. There's only going to be a handful of Stalkers left. No GG is called. And there we go. A beautiful warm-up game. Punishing a cannon rusher with solid play, followed by the most annoying Widow Mine play ever. How many workers did I kill? Wait, he had did I say that correctly? He had 2 workers left. Oh, I didn't realize this. My Widow Mines were still alive. Dude, he actually had 2 workers left. We killed 40 after the next 2 died. That is freaking brutal. Let's go to game number 2. Game number 2 is against a Terran player on Goldenara. Now, for some reason, this minimap looks a little more messed up than usual. I guess it's just one of many bugs that StarCraft 2 has that are probably never going to get fixed, to be honest. Now, let's see. You know what I would like to invent? I would like to invent a similar strategy to what I just did in TVP, but in the other matchups. The problem is that against Terran, you're really going to need every single unit at home to keep you safe against so many builds. 2-Rex, Reaper, double grass aggression, you name it, right? Like, you can very easily get messed up by those. So against Terran, I mean, the proxy starport, I guess, is a pretty good start of that, right? Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with my... Actually, I have an idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scout super early. And that way I can see if I can actually go for reactor first right away. I feel like reactor first, it makes so much sense to do if you can get away with it. So why the hell not, right? Especially in my case, because I'm allowed 1 Reaper at most. So... Like, if I would make a... Let's say I'm playing double gas, right? Which most people do, but I play double gas in a different way, because I'm not allowed to spend my gas on multiple Reapers. I feel like just making the reactor right away so I can actually make a significant amount of Marines faster. It just makes an incredible amount of sense, because, you know, 1 Marine or 2 Marines is just usually not that great. He's going to be quite surprised that I'm here so early. I think he played gas first, because look at his barracks. His barracks is just later than mine, and it's very unusual to play gas first in TvT, so that is, yeah, already throwing me off a little bit. Oh, if the RNG was a little bit luckier for me, I could have killed that. He hasn't made a factory yet. Huh. Why is the SUV leaving? Okay. Okay, there's the factory. That factory is way too late. Something is weird about this. Like, just actually, I'm gonna do a fake, and then I'm gonna recheck if he actually made a... I think he might have skipped the orbital proxy at barracks, to be honest, because his build is messed up. Like, I know it's just a little messed up, but it's definitely messed up. So, yeah, I'm actually gonna try fight this because this is annoying. Exactly. Get forked. I feel like there could be something out on the map here. There was a build in TVP for a while. I think... I know Marine Lord back before he switched to Age of Empires. He was kind of known for doing this a lot. He would expand like normal, but he would skip the orbital, and that's not something that Protoss players usually scout for. So what he did after that is just proxy another barracks. Right, and this guy, his factory seemed a little delayed, so that is pretty suspicious. He could have just messed up his build, but that is also quite unlikely, right? That he just messed up his build at this MMR. So I think I'm going to play it a little extra safe. I'm going to expand on the high ground as well, and then we'll see what it is. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong and he just messed his build up, I don't think it's the biggest deal ever, because in that case... he messed his build up, right? So that means I'm going to be okay anyway. Yeah, it looks like he actually just did. It straight up looks like he just messed up his build, which, yeah, I guess is not the worst thing ever. He's going to go for a starport now. He does have a very healthy orbital there indeed. Oh, wait. No, okay, it was more than 1 hit. Imagine if I could have gotten that. That'd be so nice. He's going to take a very fat hit to the face right away to that Widow Mine. That is great. You could tell that he was making a lot of stuff. Before making add-ons. That is quite unusual as well. I think I'm going to put 1 Widow Mine over here, just to cover the jump-off spot, and another one over here. I think that'll be quite smart. There we go. Gonna go for a second starport right away. And now I'm gonna send this Reaper across. If he wants to jump into my base or run into the front, either way, it's gonna be pretty fine with me, because my middle mines will pop off. At least they will kill one of his units, which is gonna take the wind out of his sails, which is always nice. Now, since he didn't have add-ons, I would say that we are actually in a pretty decent spot here. These Widow Mines, I want to try split them up already. Keep in mind, the goal at some point is to walk these across the map so I can really get a good grip on the map. This Widow Mine got a good shove off indeed. Now I have a guy over here. And luckily for me... Oh, can I target it? Oh, I think I got them. Yes, there we go. That's massive. He was distracted by this Reaper, so he wasn't paying attention. I got the best possible shot off on the Reapers with those Widow Mines. And now I get to scout his base again, and there was still no add-on on that factory. Which means my production is going to be significantly better for now. This is a little risky what I'm doing, exactly. If he's not paying attention, I could get something nice off here. It doesn't look like it, though. It is possible that he is going to try to set them off with the Hellions and then kill them with the Cyclone later on. But for now, I'm just going to try to sneak by with the Widow Mines and plant them behind his army so I can get control of the front of his base more than anything else. What can I... Like, he could have made a meta. I guess that's the scariest. Oh, okay. It's going to be a Liberator. Oh, Liberator is actually kind of I can't deal with this Liberator right now. I literally do not have a unit that can deal with that. I need to wait for the Ravens. And that is going to be a painful economic damage to us. I think that's just by itself. That's just going to put us behind instantly, I think, because that is just quite painful. I don't want to send my SCVs out. I accidentally click these across the map, but I guess it's kind of funny. Maybe I'm going to drop 2 auto turrets. Just if he doesn't unsiege right away, he is going to lose that exactly. That's quite... Oh my goodness. I thought the Cyclone was going to die there for a second, but it survives on 5 HP now. Damn, that would have been a... Wait, I didn't even think about this. At some point, they nerfed the Cyclone, and then they were like... Because it's nerfed, we're going to buff it by 10 HP. I didn't think about this interaction at all. In my head, Widowmine still one-shots... Okay, that's very... Yeah, that's good to know. I mean, that's just it, right? That's very good to know. Okay, so Widowmines do no longer one-shot Cyclones. Let's see, I'm going to try run behind his army one more time. Keep in mind, I was trying to get map control, but we kind of failed doing that. Now, I guess in some way, it's nice that he went for a lib, because that means that now his harassment is dead, and he will have to rebuild something entirely if he wants to harass me again. I'm just going to make sure to burrow these around his base. I do really need to start on my expansions, else it's going to be too late, as we know. He sees I have the 2 starports. He's probably going to be surprised to see that they're both on tech labs. It almost looks like I'm playing battle cruisers from that scan. Now I'm gonna go towards the main base. My opponent's also playing a little strange, I have to say. Like, I feel like they're... Oh, did he... Maybe he F2'd that back because he was trying to go for an attack? Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's actually pretty cool that I read that. He F2'd it back because he tried to go towards my base. Please come a little bit closer. I would have been able to kill that. Sadly not. I'm just gonna keep burrowing a lot of annoying Widow Mines across the map. Make another command center over here. Get my engineering bay already so I can make planetaries with my new command centers, of course. I'm just going to start by dropping a couple auto turrets. Doesn't have to be too crazy. I guess I can kill this tank real fast, which is nice. There we go. That tank is going to die already. Gonna drop a couple more over here. Might be able to kill that tank. No, barely not going to do the job, unfortunately. Gonna try to get more of these guys out. I have a couple too many Widow Mines here. I'm gonna try to get it in front of his base again. Now, I did buy a good amount of time for this command center, so I might be able to get that to be a planetary before he arrives. Actually, I do want to burrow these in the grass. I think that would be a little better, or a line of sight blocker, whatever we want to call it. Now, let's make this a planetary. So far, so good. I think he took this base, right? I think I saw the command center fly in that direction. Now, if he doesn't attack me right away, I can make the decision to put my next base here immediately, instead of trying to keep my natural safe. If I take this base with this one command center over here, my natural will be wide open. Like, he could just run in that whenever he wanted to, so that's definitely a risky choice. Gonna get some turrets out here. Try to saturate these gases instantly, because that's by far my most important resource in this challenge, of course. Let's see if I can damage these Vikings enough with these Ravens. This is also one of the most annoying things, by the way, killing SCVs that are making buildings. I don't think I can block these, right? Actually, pretty decent wall. Look at it. I kind of made a maze for his SCVs. You guys see that? That is cool. Here we go. I'm just going to spam this with auto turrets, I think. This should be a nice amount of damage. He's going to have to run away. I don't see his army, which makes me think that he did somehow get across the map without me seeing it, or he just didn't think he needed to react with his army. It is easy to underestimate the damage of the Ravens, I can say that. Ravens are always a little bit better than you would expect. And there we go. Now we are definitely in a very strong economic deficit. Gonna put a couple more Widow Mines further back. This base is gonna be saturated. This command center is actually going to be done in time, and I think we have made the right decision by being a little greedy here. I am gonna make this a planetary before starting my extra Ravens, even though I'm short on gas. Just, you know, so I don't die after getting an economic lead, pretty much. Because my economy now is definitely very good, but I could easily die to like a couple tanks. Keep in mind, every time I put down auto turrets, I lose my direct combat power, right? Because the auto turrets, that's my army, basically. That's quite literally my army. So every time I throw down the auto turrets, I'm not going to be able to fight as well. I guess I'll just drop the auto turrets here again. Let's try to make a little bit of a maze again with these. Pretty much all of these SCVs are going to die. These are also going to die. I think he's starting to get a little sick of me, guys. I'm not sure, but I have a feeling he's not enjoying this as much as he was before. GG is called before he even gets across the map. And this was brutal. 1,900 resources lost against 6,200, 51 workers killed with pretty much just ravens, right? Like, I think my Widowmines might have killed like 2 or something. Maybe my Reaper killed another 2. But 50 SCVs killed with just ravens. He didn't even get across the map yet. And it's 141 against 46 supply. This was an amazing TvT. Let's go to the final game. The final game of the day is against Maze. All right, we played Maze recently in a Ling Infester episode where we played our best ZVZ yet. At least, I guess from a theory point of view. Like, I don't think we made many mistakes at all, if any. I mean, surely we were maybe like a little sloppy in the macro or whatever, but theoretically it was very, very good because ZVZ has been a difficult, challenge in that challenge. And we actually managed to do that quite well. And now we're going to play him with the legendary Raven Mine challenge. Now, what am I going to do here? Let's see. I'm trying to remember if I can get something from his style in that ZVZ. I remember him playing slightly cheesy / overly safe. And he ended up doing a big roach all-in, which means that he could be a timing attack kind of guy. He could also just be a scaredy cat, who got behind because he was scared and decided to just throw it all in the scale and go for that one final attack. That's also very possible. I do think that style, it's very dangerous. I think I talked about this before. Not 100% sure. But the same style is very dangerous for all of our challenges. Like the mass roach type of attacks. They're good against Ling Infester. They're very good against No Warp Gate. And they're also very good against Raven Mine. I think I'm not sure if it was the most recent loss, but one of my most recent losses in this series was against a guy called the key for Roach, and he actually does only Roach all-in, and that's what he did, and we got annihilated. So, yeah, says enough, I guess. Or wait, no, it was a different guy that beat us with Roaches. We lost against this guy with my Protoss and Zerg challenges, and we got Roach all-in by someone else. I don't remember what that guy's name was. I do remember that it was on side Delta, however. So, in every single series, we took a fat L to a guy spamming a bunch of roaches. And hopefully this is not going to be another one of those. I guess if I see that he's going to play like a little bit weird from the start, maybe it would be smart for me to... Actually, I have the dumbest idea ever. I don't know why I am like this, but... I don't know what's wrong with me, honestly. I just felt like blocking his minerals a little bit. Please, RNG, RNG, put me here. No, that could have been the most delicious RNG ever if it actually did. All right, the eBay block on his minerals, because why the hell not, guys? There we go. I don't want him to mine from those patches. His Zerglings are out, but now I'm going to get my Reaper in position. He made 6 Zerglings, which is actually quite a lot. Looks like he just wants to kill this engineering bay as fast as possible and just let my Reaper do whatever it wants, which I'm honestly totally okay with. Probably should kill one more Zergling at least. We're going to kill another one. Let's make sure I actually cancel this in time. Here we go. And now... he spent a lot of money doing that. He didn't have enough money to make a hatchery yet, so we might even be able to deny this. Now, because of what I mentioned earlier, we do have to go into the main at some point and actually check whether, he is planning to expand. This drone would insinuate that he is. Gonna kill a couple more Lings because of this. I should be able to micro in enough to block that at least one more time, which I did. Gonna be able to kill a couple more Zerglings here as well. Oh, no. For some reason, I don't know why, I thought I could take one more hit. Like, I obviously saw the queen was there. Oh, that is silly by me. Now we're not going to have any scouting whatsoever. I thought I could kill one more hit, so I went to kill one Zergling. This is what happens when you play like me, guys. Sometimes you're just drone. You just want to kill the thing. You want to get maximum value. Doesn't always work out, as you could tell. Now, what that means is that this time I have to go across with my Widowmines. Like, I need to... check at least if I can. I just need to see anything, whether there is a lot of creep tumors being built, whether he's building drones, has a lot of Zerglings, anything would help, like literally anything. So that's what I'm gonna go for. Hopefully I don't lose them because he made a swell of Zerglings. If he did, those Widowmines are actually pretty much screwed right away. Like, I hope that he went for roaches so I can see it. Like, it's not even necessarily the best thing ever for me. Actually, I don't think I'm going to lift this yet. I'll make sure to saturate my stuff first. I'm going to burrow my Widowmines over here. That should also be a pretty decent idea. This is actually a weird situation. Like, I never actually really thought about doing this because I want my planetaries early. But here, I don't have the scouting to know if I can fly this over freely. So I'm just going to keep it as a normal CC because I don't want it to be an orbital, but I do want to make extra SCV. Okay, so he just baited those. He has 4 queens. The defensive stature of what he's doing kind of makes it feel like he is going to go for a macro game. But I suppose we'll see about that. Gonna take 2 more gases, then I'll make an engineering bay, and then I'll fly the homie over to the 3rd base. That sounds like a decent plan. Now keep in mind, my army count is always going to be very small in this. I think I'm gonna try to move out with these couple of Widowmines. It doesn't seem like we're being attacked yet. So I can move these out a little bit. Let's see if I can get any scouting here. He has a Spore Crawler. That's another good sign of my opponent planning to play defensive, of course. Never 100% guarantee, but... I mean, little bits of info is all I have right now, so that's what I'm going to go off of. I'm going to try land this base over there. Let's see if I can just bait these Zerglings out of the way. Like, the moment I get... It's such a big difference. It feels completely different. The moment I get my planetaries up, the game is, like, 4 times better for me instantly. Like, right now, I'm absolutely terrified. Like, I'm just an insane scaredy cat. I have no idea what I want to do. I'm stuck, blah, blah, blah. But the moment I get my planetary up, I'm like, you know, I'm strong now. Because the planetaries are so freaking hard to break. He's going to see that I'm building a planetary. I'm actually going to scan the main. He's making another gas. What does the extra gas mean? I guess it's already 6 minutes in the game, so it's not a necessarily super early gas. Gonna build a couple turrets here, not too many, just want to have at least 1 per base. And then I think I'm gonna add a bunch of starports instantly. I haven't even made ravens for a while, but based on how this game has gone so far, with me having to play extra save, getting the planetary up later, blah, 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 I feel like we're not gonna be able to end this game anytime soon, to be honest. Like, I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a freaking battle. So I think I'm just gonna suit up for the macro game. Gonna send these ravens across. I kind of feel like he's gonna go for a spire just because of the timing of that, of those extra gases that I saw. Really gave me spire vibes right there. Now I feel like Widowmines might not be the most useful here. I could probably deny this really easily. How many turrets do I need? Actually, this is gonna be a cool experiment. That thing had over 400 health, maybe 500 health in total. Looks like for 500 health, I needed 3 auto turrets and I would have killed it in that situation. So he went for roaches. Okay, I think roaches mean that I'm going to get my planetary upgrades right away, because roaches are actually pretty good at breaking planetary, surprisingly, especially if you don't have the armor upgrades, of course. Let's get the gases over here. This is going to be a tough one, I'm not going to lie. It's not looking extremely hot for us. We've had a lot of games where the opponents tried to do something a little early. Doesn't work. So I'm just going to focus on denying creep a little bit. Not quite sure if it's the best idea ever, but I guess I might as well try to get something going for myself. He was focusing on the ravens, so he is actually going to lose that most important active creep tumor, but he's going to be able to put another one right away as well. Yeah, okay. My opponent, honestly, hats off. He's playing the exact perfect thing. He didn't even make a lot of units at all. He's just using his queens. I think he's just reacting super well to what he saw, which is mostly the planetary at the 3rd base. Very unusual move. Usually it has to be an orbital to keep up with economy. In this case, it wasn't. And he responded by making 5 base and 80 drones instantly. Worst case, go straight up the hive, makes a little vipers, maybe even corruptors, and then we might actually be a little lost. I'm not quite sure what I would be doing after that. I'm gonna make this into a tech lab. I'm gonna start getting drilling claws up. Like, this really is going to be a hardcore macro game here. I'm really scared of the spire, honestly, because like Mutas could come out at any point and it would just be a disaster for me. Double spire. Okay, so it's actually, wait, this could be freaking mass Mutas even. I mean, like, double spire, the only reason you would do that is to get mass upgrades, and I feel like you just wouldn't do that if you're going corruptors. Right? It just doesn't really seem right. But I guess at the same time, Mutas are counterable. It's just not very easy. I guess that goes for most things, right? But let's see. Drilling claws are going to be very useful as well. I think I have an idea what I'm going to do. Is first of all, I want a couple more orbitals instead of only PF, so I can go for scans. And then I'm going to bring over a couple mines to this right side and bait his Mutas into it. Like, I feel like at this point, he probably should have made like 15 Mutas already with like the crazy freaking economy that he's had all this time. It's actually going up to a lot of gases here as well. Let me just try and kill this hatcher real quick. I'm going to stay around a little bit longer than I should. Oh, is it going to work? Let's see. I think it is going to work perfectly, guys. Here we go. The Widowmine bait. Oh, that was fantastic. fantastic enough. Like, we didn't kill absolutely everything, but it was definitely a very good start. And that was the first of hopefully many baits. Definitely, hopefully many baits. He's going to be able to kill these now. Maybe I can save a couple of these, actually, because why the hell not? Let's see. I'm just going to drop a couple auto turrets over here. I can just drop more. If he wants to fight with the mutas, he's going to lose a lot of mutas here, to be honest. He's crazy. What is he doing with the mutas, guys? The mutas are all freaking dead already. The Widowmice are going to shoot one more time at the roaches, and he's going to lose those as well. And that was just super humanly good trade, to be honest. Like, he had the right idea with the mutas, but that was not the greatest start ever for him. I think I already, for the first time, have all of my upgrades that I need up a little fast. Like, normally I feel like I do it very slowly to get drilling claws and the armor upgrades going for my ravens and my widowmines, of course. But here, I actually have it all going up already, which is really nice. So now we switch from Mutalisks to Corruptors. Corruptors, they are very tanky. I'm not quite sure my widowmines are going to be enough, but I feel like we can make a little bit of a play here on the left side again. Like, I just don't want him to get too many bases too easily. That's really the most of it. Gonna burrow a couple of widowmines over here. He actually doesn't have that much creep yet, which is quite nice. Drilling Claw is gonna finish any moment now. Let's see, probably has... Exactly. It's not as far as I thought it would be, to be honest, but it does have a hatchery over there. I guess I'll just move forward a little bit with these SCVs, see what I can do. There's no infestors or anything yet. I can actually just drop an anti-armor missile on those. He is actually crazy. He's doing the same thing he did with the mutas. He's gonna lose so many of these corruptors instantly, which is freaking brutal. Look at these corruptors getting blasted. He already lost half of them, which is insane. And I think he might lose some of the workers as well. Let's see. He's gonna chase me, and he's gonna fly into the Widowmines once again, I think. There we go. Oh, not quite the second hit on those. He might want to fight this, but he's actually going to lose his units because this is more Widowmines than he thought, I think. He's going to lose pretty much every single one of those units already. Dude, if I could get a planetary up here, then I actually have the best position that I could ever get in this game, right? Feels a little greedy, but that is an extremely cool idea. If I could get that base up over there, holy, that would be nuts. Now, I saw him move away these overlords. I have really no idea why, but I guess I'll make use of the opportunity to try and take this base. Clearing up the creep would be quite helpful here. Let's see. Oh, he has 2-2 on the Zergling, which means he's probably not going to die. He doesn't have Adrenal yet, which is nice, because Adrenal is the best freaking upgrade ever. As we have seen in my own freaking Zerg series. Like, it's just so freaking good, right? Let's see, we are actually maxed out already. I think that's a good sign to add a couple more starports. Get even more command centers up everywhere, really. So far, he's not doing a great job with the counterattacks. He really should be counterattacking hard, but I feel like after those initial trades, he just kind of gave up on the whole counterattack thing. Okay, guys, he does have Ultras. Ultras, one of the units that was super, super tough to deal with, right? I think he wants to try to break this again, right? He looks very poised to try and get in here again. Yeah, Ultras were one of the units that caused us to lose I think that was like an 80-minute TvZ. Not 18, 80. We lost an 80-minute TvZ earlier, and I think it was mostly the Ultra. He has Vipers as well. That is quite scary. Parabellum is 125, right? At least I hope it's 125. If it's not, that is a way too strong spell. I mean, it's already way too strong, but then it's going to be even stronger. I mean, I'm doing my best to trade against the Ultras early, but yeah, Ultras are going to be incredibly difficult to deal with. I'm just going to make sure that I have this walled off enough, really, more than anything else. Now, let's see. I'm going up to 16 command centers, I believe. I have 96 SCVs, which is actually a very good count. Quite happy with that. Don't think I want to make too much more because then my army is going to get too small. But I do want to have a very significant economy with this kind of play for sure. I'm going to put a couple more Widowmines next to my PF. Very specifically just to take care of the Ultras. I think what I could do is maybe build like a little bit of a... Ultras can probably get through that. I'm not even sure. Ultras are actually a little skinnier than you would think. I'm going to try block these with turrets as well. Maybe I'll make another planetary over here. I haven't even made a sensor tower yet, but I guess I might as well make one right here. Let's see. I do want these to be repaired. Please keep repairing the homies. That would be nice. I think there's a couple SCVs that are just AFK. They're just following them, but not actually doing anything there. Let's see, I'm going to do a couple scans. I think I can make use of this moment. It looks like he's really poised. I should get interference matrix, by the way. It looks like he's poised to attack on the bottom side, which is going to give me a lot of space on the top side over here. He might have this base too, but I'm aiming for this one first of all. Let's see, here we go. I'm gonna get in here real fast. I can probably see the moment where he F2s his entire army. Oh, he actually just decides to attack the bottom instead, surprisingly enough. So he's gonna take a pretty significant amount of damage from everything. My ravens are very likely to all fall here, but we will see. A couple of these are gonna stay alive. The Widowmine's absolutely popped off, it seems like. And now I have 1 million of these ravens surviving on 1 HP, which is really nice. The turrets are doing such a good job. Look at this. He's actually being blocked out, which is nice. My ravens are all 1 HP, but I will be able to repair those. I might actually go for more Widowmines rather than more... what's it called? Oh, the mines are actually recharging rather than more ravens. I'm making 1 big round of ravens, but after this, I think I would rather have a lot of Widowmines instead. Yo, can you guys repair? Why are these guys so stupid today? Definitely not the commander, right? Like, the units have their own will, right, in this game? Or did I get that wrong at some point? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the +3 armor upgrade. These units, this was such a good trade down here, by the way. Like, absolutely insane. We killed his 5th base, which means his economy is... Yeah, not gonna do the math here, but just infinitely smaller than mine. I can probably block this with a bunch of turrets as well, making it harder for the ultras. This is actually a pretty annoying position for someone with ultralists to kill. That is for sure. Oh, I actually need some turrets over here, because this can die for free to a bunch of corruptors. Guess I'll just do the exact same placement over here. That looks annoying enough. And I'm gonna drop 1 million mules, so I actually get a little bit of money. Sometimes playing Terran is pretty nice. It's not always nice, definitely not, but sometimes you have some situations where Terran is pretty nice to play. It really can be. Let's see. Do I need any more? Oh, those ultras actually almost all died. He probably has his corruptors pretty clear. Pretty close, I mean, so I'm just gonna have to fight this entirely. I think all of those units are gonna die regardless, so I'm just gonna drop every single auto turret that I have and kill as much of his stuff as humanly possible. Like, keep in mind, my economy is better than his, so I think I can actually do this. Here we go. He's losing a lot of corruptors, a lot of drones as well. We basically traded our entire army for each other, looking like it. He's gonna keep a couple corruptors alive. He lost all of his spellcasters, and he lost all of the drones there. It's always going to be a little tricky to say who's going to win. Like, I just know from previous episodes that in the late game, if it's like a true late game, you're not going to win against Zerg. Like, the spellcasters are just a little bit too strong for that. You're actually not going to win that. So, I think trades like this are good, where it's maybe... I'd say he probably traded 2-1. Like, he traded twice as efficient as me. Which really... Oh, okay. I thought I checked there, but I guess it was just like a little creep overlord. But I think that is okay this time. You see, he has a lot of ultras. He is going to be able to take this base out pretty easily, I think. It's going to be annoying. I mean, the position here is so freaking annoying for him. Like, it's actually insane. Got a couple of Widowmines coming in from the back. These Widowmines are doing amazingly over here. And once again, a very annoying planetary for him to break. It's going to take him quite a while. I'm actually going to drop a couple of auto turrets over here just to see if I can maybe damage these ultras for later. Looks like we might be able to kill one of these ultras. A second ultra would be nice. Barely not going to be able to kill that one, I believe. I can drop a turret over here. Let's see, turret from downtown. No, it's not quite going to kill it, unfortunately. I'm just going to make more command centers. There's one... Okay, wait, was that drones? I think he was attacking them with drones and he lost them all. I could be wrong, but that's actually what it looked like. Let's get a couple of Widowmines over here. I definitely do not want him to take that base on the bottom. I feel like if he takes this one, his economy is going to be too even. I definitely don't think we can allow that to happen. Let's grab a couple more guys, start making turrets around this base as well. Like, the thing is, these ultras, they are actually trading very efficiently, but if I can deny his 6th base, then he's going to run out of money pretty shortly, I think. Let's see, there's a lot of ravens I have here. Let's make a couple turrets up here as well. I feel like that could be a pretty annoying position. Make a sensor tower as well. And then I'm going to be able to take down this base relatively easily. There we go. That's going to die right now to those auto turrets. Dropped a couple too many, but that's okay. I'm going to make these command centers. I think I must have a couple command centers that I don't have hotkeyed yet. Let's see. Yeah, he's still on fire. Sometimes I worry that I miscalculate or I miss a base or something. Is there... Oh, no, I just missed it. I was like, is there a circling over there? But I guess not. Drop a couple of mules over here. I have 81 SCVs, which is probably, considering the fact he's playing Ultras, is probably even better than what I had before, because now my army is going to be even bigger, which is good. It's going to allow me to make more Widowmines. He's not going to be able to block this, unfortunately, for him. Let me get a sensor tower up here. Sensor towers are so annoying. They're like, it's so freaking scary to just see that your opponent's knowing everything you're doing at all times, you know? So this time I brought a couple of Widowmine buddies with me as well. Here we go. I'm just going to drop everything over here. Let's see. Does he have a big army? He does have a pretty big army over there. The Widowmine is doing a lot of work for sure. And he's not going to be able to break this, I think. So we are pretty good for now. Going to bring these over, make this into a planetary. Kind of want to have even more planetaries over here, to be honest. Oh, he has the Brute Lords. Just a couple. I'm not quite sure that I can actually counter the Brute Lords, though. Well, I can't kill them, but I also don't know if it's the biggest deal that I'm playing against them, to be honest. Wait, his army is not here, which means I'm going to be able to spam a million auto terrors and actually annihilate this base, okay? Oh, I think his corruptors were over there on the right side, right? Or he made even more Brood Lords, very possible. No, he just, for some reason, it looked like it was a lot of units, but it wasn't actually. He's trying to get the parasitic bomb, so I'm just going to fly away, let him fly over the turrets. The auto turrets are going to kill a lot of Vipers there, guys. I think he lost 3 Vipers to that, amazingly. And now we're going to be able to kill a Brute Lord as well. One Brute Lord is going to fall. Second one probably not. Oh, also falls. All right, amazing trades. I think our opponent's going to think twice about making Brute Lords, which is good for us because I think the Brute Lords are actually an amazing choice. But I guess, you know, if he's going to keep losing them like that, he's going to be demotivated from building them. Just going to drop a couple auto turrets again. Just make sure I fly away from the Vipers. The Vipers are going to... I think they actually all died. I think all the Vipers died already, guys. Look at that. My Ravens auto turret that I left behind and my Widowmine is actually going to kill all of those already. Now he's going to fight in an anti-armor missile against all of these Ravens. I think all of these Corruptors are going to die, to be honest. And this time, I'm not even going to lose all my Ravens for it. I also think all these Infestors are going to die. And his entire army is gone. He has lost to every single unit. Attack a little faster, I think. Like, keep in mind, I have like 70 supply at like 8 minutes or something ridiculous. It was actually pretty low. I don't think it's really cool that he asked for tips, by the way. Like, that's always awesome to see. That is a good attitude. Now I'm maxed with 30 CCs. Terran is very good when you get to that point. Like, it's actually... It's delicious, you know? When you get to drop mules everywhere, you get to scan at every single moment. That is just awesome. Now, I think he's probably trying to think about it. Makes sense. Easy well played. There we go. Awesome opponent. Very nice. And this was a beautiful TvZ. Not quite double the resources lost, but we got close. And that is really impressive, by the way. Doing that against Brute Lord, Corruptor, Viper, Infestor, Ultra. I think we traded amazingly. And I have to give credit to the Widowmines. The Widowmines zoning out this area entirely was very, very good. I'm exhausted. That was a beautiful episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and then see y'all for the next one. Adios.